So what we're going to do is we're going to make all the planets of the solar system and put it around like a wreath. So what you'll need is a paper plate, some black paint, some glue, scissors, marker, and some more colored paper. So we're going to start first by making our wreath. So we're going to cut out the inner circle of this plate. If you need it might be easier for you if you draw around the part that you need to cut out, just like this, and you have something to follow along. So you might need an adult to help you with this if it's a bit too tricky for you. But usually what I do is I fold the paper plate in half a little and just give it a little snip so that I can get through just like that. And then, can you see that little cut that I've made here? I'm just going to put my scissors through there and start cutting around the line that I've drawn. So I'm going to keep cutting around until you cut away the whole middle part of your paper plate. You don't need that bit. You just keep cutting. It might be a little tricky to get through, but just keep trying. Woo. All right, we're almost there. Cut, cut, cut. Around until the inside has been cut off, just like that. Then you'll be left with a ring just like that. And this is going to be our solar system where we're going to make our planets and stick them around. The first what we're going to do is we're going to grab our black paint. Okay. And then we're going to paint along the whole paper plate. Might be easier if you get a big paintbrush just to help you paint over it faster. Just keep painting, painting until you've covered the whole thing, or you don't have to cover the whole thing if you don't want to. Maybe you want to give it some character and just do a bit of it. That's fine. So this is going to be our dark night sky in outer space. Just keep painting until you've painted the whole ring. Okay, almost done. Have a look. Just keep painting, painting, painting. Did you know that there are 8 planets in our solar system? And one of them is Earth, the one we live on. And did you know that all of the planets spin around and around and around the sun? And the closest planet to the sun is Mercury. And it's also one of the smaller ones as well. So after Mercury comes Venus. And if you remember from the story, Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system. And then after Venus comes Mars. Or is it Earth? Maybe it's Earth. All right, there we go. And that's our solar system. You might want to wait for it to dry a little bit before you start working on it. But I'll just, or we can just keep going if you don't mind getting a little bit messy. So the first planet we're going to start with is Mercury. So let's cut out a circle shape for the planet Mercury, because most of all the planets are circular in shape, aren't they? Mercury is a little bluish in color. So I think I'm going to use the blue piece of paper and draw a little circle to represent Mercury, just like that. I'm going to cut Mercury out like this. And then we'll get some of the glue and we'll apply the glue onto our planet so that the paint, if it's still wet, doesn't go into your glue. Or if you're using a glue stick as well, we don't want the paint and glue stick, do we? So just paste straight away onto our planet and stick it on, just like that. There's Mercury. All right, next we'll get Venus. So Venus is a little orangey in color. I'm going to get some orange paper. And we'll make it a little bit bigger than Mercury, because Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system. And there's Venus. Cut that out. And we'll stick it right next to Mercury. All right, let's get our glue. Put it on our planet Venus, like that. And stick it next to Mercury. There we go. So there's Mercury and Venus. And next is Earth. So Earth is, what color is Earth? So Earth has water and land. So maybe we can use a mix of two colors, or we can just use one. I think I'm just going to use green for my Earth. I'm going to draw a bit bigger circle than Venus, just like that. For Earth, cut it. Cut around it, round and around, round and around. Just like all the planets in the solar system around. And get your glue and stick it on right next to Venus. Here we go. And then next comes Mars. Now Mars is red in color, but I didn't have any red paper, so I'm just going to use pink. So if you don't have the right colors, you can use any type of color you like. Maybe later you can draw over it with some textures or pencils or crayons. There's Mars. All your planets. Okay, so here's my Mars. Putting some glue on it, and we'll put it right next to Earth. Just like that. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 planets in my solar system. I'm still missing another 4. So the next 2 planets, they're kind of special because they're made of gas. And they also have rings around them. So the one that I'm going to make next is Saturn. I'm going to use some yellow paper to make Saturn. And I'm just going to draw Saturn on. Because Saturn has rings on it, I'm also going to draw a little ring around it like that. Can you see? That's got a ring around it. I'm just going to cut that one out. Making sure not to cut my ring off. Just like that. And then I'm going to put some glue on it and stick it next to Mars. Pasting, pasting. All right, now let's put Saturn up here, like that. And then we're going to make Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the largest planet. I'm going to use some brown paper for Jupiter. And Jupiter also has a ring around it. I'm going to make a big circle for planet Jupiter. And then put a ring around it as well. Because both of the gassy planets, which are Saturn and Jupiter, have rings around it. They're made from gas. So that means that we can't survive on it. So there's nobody living on Jupiter or Saturn. All right, now let's put some glue on it. Stick it on our solar system. Okay, there we go. Wow, it's huge. Now we're only missing 2 more planets. They're special because they're made of ice. They're really, really cold. So those 2 planets are called Uranus and Neptune. So I'm going to get some blue paper to make Uranus and Neptune. Because they're icy planets, I think blue paper will go best. So there's Uranus and Neptune. I'm going to cut them out. Make sure to be very careful with your scissors because they are sharp. Just cut around your planet, Neptune and Uranus. Around and around. There we have it. There are Uranus and Neptune. Now let's stick them on to complete our solar system of planets. There we go. And that's our solar system. Can you see? We've got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus. I think that also, what else is in the in space? Got some sparkly little stars. So maybe you would like to put some stars in your solar system. So using your marker, where did my marker go? Oh dear, I've lost my marker. That's okay. You can just, I'll just try and imagine what a star looks like and cut it out. So we're just going to cut out a little star. Or you can be any shape you like, really. Did you know that stars are made of gas? And actually, the sun is the biggest star. It's a star. So that's also made of gas. So there's my star. I'm going to put that on. And you might want to put more stars in your solar system. I think that's all I've got space for at the moment. And there's my solar system brief. I hope you enjoyed that activity. And now it's time to listen to a song.